What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Wager Zone podcast, and we are back for another Dana White's Contender series, guys. This is week 9. Last week we had a great week, everybody. We went 3-1. We should have went 4-0, but man, I just took that underdog shot. Like, in my heart, I had a feeling Franklin was gonna lose, but just watching the tape, I thought he was going to be able to push the pressure, do a little better, but that karate style he was fighting against did so good against him. I thought Franklin was going to be able to push the pressure on and beat that karate style, but like I said in the preview last week, I thought that was going to be a 50-50 fight, so I just ended up going with the plus money underdog. But yeah, all the favorites cashed last week. I probably should have went with the favorite. I was literally debating that fight the most, but it doesn't matter, guys. We had a great week last week. We went 3-1. So let's roll that over to this week, guys. Let's have another great week this week. This week I only have about, I think it was 2 or 3 bets this week. This Dana White's Contender series, I am confident in about 2 fights, and then there's one fight that I'm gonna add to a parlay that is kind of greasy, but I'm actually kind of confident in him as well. So hopefully we cash as well in this one, guys. So let's get right into this bets for this game. This card, guys, for Dana White's Contender series week 9. First fight of the night is going to be Sean Gauci taking on Anthony Drillich. They're both from Australia. Both these guys are really good fighters. I think it's going to be a very technical, slow pace, and a very competitive fight. I think I'm going to be on the Sean Gauci side, guys. I think Sean's going to be able to, and I think it's going to be a very close fight, but it's going to come down to where Sean's going to be the one walking forward. He's going to be the one pressuring, and he's going to have the output. Anthony Drillich is a guy that's very patient. He likes to have the fights on a very slow pace. So I do think this fight's going to at least go to at least past the first round and a half. And then I'm going to be taking the decision prop on Sean Gauci, guys. Like I said, I think this is going to be a very competitive fight. But I'm going to be going with the decision prop. It's plus money. It's a plus 145. I think Sean's going to end up winning a decision. I think it's going to be a very close fight, guys. I'm not going to be putting too much money on this fight because like how close it's going to be. I think both these fighters both could be on the UFC one day. I think it's going to be a very competitive fight. So I'm going to be just taking this decision prop, a small wager on Sean Gauci. I think he's going to be ending up winning this fight just from putting the output out there. He's going to be the one walking forward. He's going to be the one landing jabs. He's going to be the one throwing 1-2s. And Anthony Drillich is going to be a guy that's very patient. He's going to be trying to land the hard shot. He's going to be walking back on his back foot. And also, guys, he keeps his leg out there, his lead leg. He's very heavy on his lead leg. So Sean can just capitalize on that and just start landing some heavy leg kicks to where Anthony's not able to move and end up just winning a decision that way. I do think Anthony has a chin, so I don't think Sean's going to be able to knock him out. I think both these guys have a chin. So if you guys want to hop on that over 2.5, that's a good play too. But I'm going to be hopping on the plus money for this one, guys. I'm going to be hopping on the plus 145 at Sean Gauci by decision. I think this fight goes to decision, and I think it's going to be a very close fight. So I'm going to be on the favorite on this one. I think he's going to end up winning this fight just mainly from output. All right, guys, this is going to be the first leg of a 3-leg parlay. It's going to be my most confident parlay of the night. This guy might be my most confident fighter of the whole entire night to win, guys. It's going to be Islam Dulatov taking on Valento. I think it's Antunes. And I'm going to be taking Islam Dulatov, guys. This guy is legit. This guy has hands. This guy can stop takedowns. This guy can wrestle. He has submission victories. I think this guy is good everywhere. I think we can see this guy going into the top 5 in the UFC one day in this division. I think he's really good. He just fought in a couple boxing matches that I watched, and his boxing is legit too. He goes to the body really well. He goes up high. He mixes in the kicks as well. If you try to take this guy down, guys, he sprawls really good. You can't take him down. He takes you down, guys. His grappling is legit as well. I don't see a spot where this guy is not good at. I think this guy is going to be one of those upcoming young MMA fighters for the new era that's going to be really good everywhere. Someone kind of like Ilia Topuria. When I first watched Ilia Topuria, guys, I was like, he has everything. And this is almost how I feel about this Islam Dulatov, guys. I feel like almost he has everything. I just got to see if he can take a shot. But if he proves to me he can take a punch and he has a chin as well, I'm going to be all over this guy to be a top 5 fighter one day. So give me Islam Dulatov. I think he's going to be able to get the knockout in this one. If he gets a submission, I'm not going to be surprised. I do think he wins the fight inside the distance. But give me Islam Dulatov. I like this guy a lot, and I think he's going to be one of the highest prospects coming out of this year's Dana White's Contender Series. All right, guys, this fight's going to be Mario Pinto taking on Lucas Camacho, and I'm going to be taking the spread bet on Lucas Camacho. It's a plus 200 for that plus 3.5. All we need to hit that plus 3.5 on Lucas Camacho is him to win at least one round. I do think he could possibly win a round on this one. He's a very big underdog, guys. So if you guys want to take an underdog shot and you guys like giant underdogs, maybe take that. But I think he's a live dog. I'm not going to have too much an investment in this fight just because Mario Pinto's a very high favorite and the bookies might see it for a reason, but I don't see it. I think this guy is very slow. He's very lethargic when he fights. He doesn't move his head. I've seen him get hit really, really hard, and he just doesn't, like, I mean, he just doesn't put everything really well together, I guess. Like, he gets hit really hard, and he gets dropped by a guy that's mainly a grappler, and he has good takedown defense. I've seen he stops a lot of takedowns, but he's fought a lot of low-level competition, guys that I think that wouldn't even last. And like, his last 5 guys he's fought, in my opinion, that I've watched, they all will come to the Dana White's Contender Series, and they all will get knocked out within like the first round. I guarantee those guys are not good. And Mario Pinto is fighting a lot of low-level competition. Now he's fighting a guy in Luis Camacho that is fighting in LFA. All his fights have been against really good guys, and I just think he's the better fighter, in my opinion. So I'm not going to be hopping on the super underdog shot by him. I'm going to be hopping on that spread, that plus 3.5. That plus 3.5 means that if Lucas Camacho wins 1 round, guys, we win our bet. So I'm going to be taking Lucas Camacho on the spread bet. I think he's going to be able to win at least 1 round against Mario Pinto. If Mario Pinto goes out there and wins the fight by finish in the first round, okay, guys, like, oh, well, he's a giant favorite. But I just don't think he's as good as everyone's saying. I don't think this line is good all the way. So give me Lucas Camacho on the plus 3.5 spread. It's a plus 200, and I'm going to be hopping on that bet for this. All right, guys, this is going to be the second leg of that parlay. It's going to be with Islam Dulatov. I'm going to be adding Cody Steele to that one. Cody Steele was supposed to fight last week or the week before, but his opponent got scared, Dana White said, and he just didn't want to fight. So Dana White had to reschedule him, and now he's fighting a guy in Chasen Blair, who I've not fought Chasen Blair, but I've actually watched him fight on Cage Warriors like 3 or 4 times now, guys. Chasen Blair is actually a really good fighter. He's a really good grappler, but he's fighting a guy in Cody Steele that Cody Steele is just a dog. Cody Steele is going to be able to stop his takedowns. Cody Steele is going to keep this fight standing, and Cody Steele has just the better hands overall. I think Chasen Blair might be in the UFC one day. I think he's that good, but I don't think he's as on the level of Cody Steele. I think Cody Steele is going to end up being in the top 10 for this division one day. I think he's that good of a fighter, and Chasen Blair is one of those young fighters. I think he just has a little bit more development to do. I do think this fight's going to be very competitive, but I do think Cody Steele's going to end up getting the victory. I do think this fight's going to go back and forth, and there's a reason why Cody Steele's not a super giant favorite, like a minus 500 or something. The bookies know that Chasen Blair could actually win this fight. But we need to add someone to that parlay, guys, to make us some money. So we're going to be adding Cody Steele to that one. I think Dana White likes this guy. I think Dana White gave him a good matchup for this fight just because he gave him a grappler that's going to want to get the fight to the floor. And Cody Steele has shown that he has really good takedown defense. And he's a really good grappler himself. So give me Cody Steele as the second leg of that parlay, guys. I'm going to be adding him to that. I think he ends up getting this victory and gets the contract. Like I said, I think Chasen Blair is going to end up probably get brought back to the Dana White's Contender Series again, because I think Dana White's going to end up liking this dude. But yeah, I'm going to be taking Cody Steele, guys, to get this victory and go be the second leg of that parlay. Guys, it's going to be the main event, and it's going to be the third leg of that parlay. It's going to be Artem, I think it's Vakhitov taking on Islam Masrev, and I'm going to be taking Artem Vakhitov, guys. This guy is a legit kickboxer. He has good takedown defense as well, so you can't really take him down as much. He's one of those kickboxers that's actually, he's Russian, so he's actually fought a lot of wrestlers. He's fighting a good training camp with a lot of guys that can grapple, so he's learning really fast. And he has a fight against Alex Pereira where Alex Pereira did win that fight very convincingly, but he took so many shots from Alex, and he did not go down, and he landed a lot of his shots himself. But this guy is a legit kickboxer. He's fought in a Glory Kickboxing. I've watched a lot of his kickboxing matches. This guy is really good, guys. He has really good hands. He mixes the kicks in. He has heavy leg kicks, heavy body kicks. He throws a heavy straight right hand down the pipe, and I think he's going to end up sleeping Islam with that straight right hand. I think Islam doesn't have any head movement. He's a guy that fights with his hands down and very wide in that karate style, and I think he's going to end up getting just his leg beat up by this Artem guy, and then he's going to end up getting knocked out. I think the leg's going to be right in front of Artem. Artem's going to end up kicking that leg out over and over again, and he's not going to be able to move around, and the Artem's going to end up sleeping him. Artem has shown also if he gets hit with the punch, he has a chin. Alex Pereira hit this guy with so many left hooks. I mean, we all know what that left hook Alex has in it, and Alex hit him so many times, and he just kept taking and coming forward, and he just did not stop walking forward against Alex. It was kind of crazy. Even in an interview, Alex said that Artem was one guy that he just felt that he couldn't knock out. He tried so hard, but he just couldn't knock him out because Artem just had a chin. And also, Artem just came back being very competitive after Alex gassed out. But yeah, like I said, Alex won that fight very convincingly. But towards the end, when Alex landed all his shots, Artem started coming forward. So this guy's just a dog as well. So give me Artem. I think he's going to end up getting the knockout in this fight. Like I said, I think he's going to beat up that lead leg, and then he's going to end up landing that straight right hand down the pipe and knocking out Islam. I'm going to be adding him to that 3-leg parlay with Cody Steele and Islam Dulatov. That's going to be my most confident bet of the night, so hopefully that cashes for us, guys. So yeah, guys, that is it for Dana White's Contender Series. That was all my bets I'm giving you guys, so hopefully this cash out. We went 3-1 last week, so I want to have another week, another great week for Dana White's Contender Series this week. So all right, guys, I am out of here. I'll be back later on this week for more MMA. So just like the video if you guys are still here listening. Just click that thumbs up, and also guys, subscribe to the page. I'm here all the time posting MMA bets, NFL bets, soccer bets. I'm going to be getting into the NBA as soon as that starts up in the next couple weeks. Sorry guys, I'm out of here. Also guys, let me say this one more time. Comment on the video. I want to hear from you guys. I want to see if you guys are winning bets. I want to know what bets you guys are taking as well. So leave me a comment as well. And I'm out of here, guys. I'll be back.